The Poly Studio Small to Medium Room Kit includes a Poly Studio camera, the Poly Studio power cable, a USB-C to USB-A cable, a Poly Gc8 touch control, the Poly Gc8 power cable, a 10-meter USB-A to USB-C fiber optic cable, a mini HDMI to HDMI cable, and a USB-A to micro USB cable. You have the option to purchase either a Lenovo ThinkSmart Core or Dell Optiplex as your Poly Room PC. We'll configure it for your specific UC application. Displays connecting HDMI or DisplayPort cables and Ethernet cable are not provided. For installation only, you will also need a No. 1 Phillips head screwdriver and a flathead screwdriver. It is also recommended that you have a USB keyboard and USB mouse. Before installing, please ensure that you have a license and account for your UC application. Let's start by setting up the Poly Gc8. First, loosen the screw on the bottom panel with a No. 1 Phillips head screwdriver. Press the rubber circles located on the left and right side of the bottom panel and slide the panel up to remove it. Now, loosen the screw on the cable guard with a flathead screwdriver. Remove the cable guard. Connect the USB-C end of the USB-A to USB-C cable to the Poly Gc8. Connect the power cable to the Poly Gc8, but do not plug it into a power source yet. If you want to allow users to share content in a conference using HDMI, connect the mini HDMI to HDMI cable to the mini HDMI port on the Poly Gc8. Reattach the cable guard and the bottom panel. Connect the USB-A end of the USB-A to USB-C cable to the conferencing PC. Next, let's move on to the Poly Studio camera. Mount the camera according to the instructions included with your mounting kit. Then, simply connect the USB-C to USB-A cable from the Poly Studio to the conferencing PC. Now, connect the power cable to the Poly Studio. Do not plug the power cable into a power source yet. Poly Studio room kits support 1 to 2 monitors. 2 monitors allow you to view far-end video and shared content simultaneously. Please note that if using 4K monitors, we recommend using a 1080p limited EDID emulator. This prevents the room controls from appearing on your screen instead of on your Poly Gc8. Before connecting the monitors, make sure that they are unplugged from their power sources. For Lenovo ThinkSmart Core PCs, you will need 2 HDMI cables to connect 2 monitors. For Dell Optiplex PCs, you will need 1 DisplayPort cable and 1 HDMI cable, or 2 DisplayPort cables to connect 2 monitors. To install a non-4K screen, connect one end of the cable to your monitor and the other to your conferencing PC. Repeat with the second monitor. To install a 4K screen with 1080p limited EDID emulator, connect the cable to your conferencing PC and the emulator, then refer to your emulator's manufacturer's instructions. Repeat this process with the second monitor. Next, use the Ethernet cable to connect the conferencing PC to an Ethernet port. In preparation for Windows installation, you can also plug in a USB keyboard and USB mouse to the conferencing PC for easier completion of setup prompts. It's important that you power up all components in the correct order. First, plug the Poly Gc8 into a power source. Second, plug in the conferencing PC. Third, plug in the Poly Studio. Finally, plug in and turn on the monitors. The conferencing PC may reboot more than once as it downloads and installs updates. Do not shut down the conferencing PC during this process. Now your system is properly cabled and powered on. Please follow the installation instructions for Windows and your UC application so that you can start your Poly conferencing experience.